Hello students, this is your computer teacher and today we are going to discuss session 9 and 10. So without wasting much of your time, let's get started. In session 9, we will beautify the text. That is, we will change the appearance of the text that is there on the screen. So let's straight dive into the word processing software and let me just show you how you can do all these things. So students, welcome to the word processing software. I have already written some text for you. Now we will quickly apply some modifications to the text in the appearance. That means we will beautify the text. So how will we do that? Let's see. First of all, we will select the text on which we want to apply the beautification. That means the text whose appearance we want to change. So I have selected the text using mouse and then I'll again go to the Home tab and in the font group. In this group, this particular thing, let me show you. This is font face. This is font size. And this particular icon is font color. So we'll be discussing about these three icons basically, since rest of them are already discussed here. So if I want to change the font face, that means how the font appears for the text, I have to go to this option where it is written Calibri for the body. When I click on this drop down icon, you will see some different fonts that are already installed in your computer system. So I can select any one of these as per my choice, and similarly the text that is there on the screen will look exactly like that. Let me suppose click on this. And you can see the text has changed its appearance. So this is basically how you will change the text. So we will select the text. I'm going to do this once again, and then we will go to the font group of Home tab in the ribbon. Now you all know this entire thing is a ribbon. Here I'll click on this drop down and I'll select the text, style of the text, which is known as the font face. And when I keep my mouse cursor over here, let me zoom in, you can clearly see the shortcut key of font is Control plus Shift plus F. Zoom out. So I can apply any desired font from the list that is easily readable and that looks cool on your computer screen and as per your requirement. Right adjacent to that value, because since I cannot read the text, I'll select that text again and then I'll make its size a bit bigger so that it's visible and readable. So right adjacent to that font face option, in Home tab, font group, adjacent to font face option, we have font size. Shortcut key, you can note it down, Control plus Shift plus P. Now you can see as I zoom out, I'll click on this drop down and I'll select a value. Smaller value means smaller size, bigger value means bigger size. Select 22 and the size has changed. Now by default, all of this is in black color. Now we also have one more shortcut key. Before going on to the color, one more shortcut key to increase and decrease the font size. And for that, let me just show you by selecting the text and pressing Control Shift plus small angular bracket that is right next to M key on the keyboard. When I tap on that key, it decreases the size, and when I tap on the key right adjacent to less than, that is the greater than, Control Shift greater than will increase the size. Control Shift less than will decrease the size, and Control Shift greater than will increase the size. In the same way, we can also use Control plus angular brackets that are right adjacent to P key on the keyboard, P for parrot. Smaller bracket will decrease the size, bigger bracket or larger bracket will increase the size. And make sure you're pressing control key. If you are using angular brackets, that means less than or greater than symbol, you will be pressing control plus shift. But if you are only applying this change in size using the square brackets or curly brackets that are present on the keyboard, you have to just press control key. So as we are done with the size, we'll move on to the color. So to change the color of the text, we'll select that very color. For example, I want to change the color of, for example, that is written inside the text. I'll select that text, and then again in Home tab, Font Group, I'll choose this option. And clicking on the drop down, it shows me different colors. You can see the preview is visible. The desired color will be selected by you and it will be shown in the text. So this was method number 1, but we can also do this entire procedure, that means changing font face, font size and font color, by an alternative method. That means a second method. How we can do that? Let me show you once again. First of all, the step will remain same. That is the primary step, selecting the text. Upon selecting the text, we will right click on it and it will show the context menu. Now in this context menu or the shortcut menu, we have this formatting toolbar right on the top of the context menu. So we'll select the font face from here, font size right adjacent to it, and font color from here. As simple as that. But you have to make sure of one thing, that is, we have to take one precaution. When the text is selected, be advised not to press any key from the keyboard except Control, Shift or Alt. Because Control, Shift and Alt keys are used for shortcut keys. And when these keys are selected, mind you, when these keys are selected or used, it will replace the text. As I pressed F key from the keyboard, it will replace the text. So I'll go back using Control plus Z or undo command on the quick access toolbar on the very top of the window. So this was it in session 9, and let's move on to session 10. Now in session 10, we will discuss about alignment. Now what is alignment? Alignment is the positioning of the text on the basis of the margins of the page. Now how you can tell what are the margins of the page? Let me draw a line in front of you to clearly show what exactly are the margins. This particular point on the screen describes the left margin. This particular point on the screen describes the right margin. Now, left margin means, or left alignment means, that everything will be positioned at the left margin, which will be this line. You can clearly see there is nothing on the left hand side of the margin but everything on the right hand side, and each and every word of the paragraph is starting from that imaginary line, that is the left margin. And you can clearly see the date is right aligned and this is right aligned. You can clearly see that it is aligned or positioned at the very right end of the page, extreme right end of the page. Now, as that is the case of or, you can clearly see it is center aligned. It is right at the center of the page. So how will we do that? I'm here to tell you how we can align the text. You can clearly see the heading networking is left aligned. That is its first type, and it's a default value of alignment in the text, left alignment. Second one is center aligned, that aligns the text within the center of the page, just like or. And the third one is right aligned, that aligns the text at extreme right end of the page. But that's not it. There's one more, a combination of left alignment as well as right alignment, that is called justified alignment. So we'll discuss all these things, all these alignments, how we will apply this. So let me just by default keep the text left aligned first. So I have left aligned everything, and there is no need to again align networking with left because it's already left aligned. And by default, as I told you, everything on the word processor is left aligned. So we'll move the OR word, that is or, to the center of the page by aligning it centrally. How we will be doing that? We'll select the word or and then going to the paragraph group of home tab and using center option just to the right of or just to the next of left option. You can note down the shortcut key of left alignment, that is Control plus L, and right next to it is center alignment, that is Control plus E. When we click on it, you can see or has moved to the center of the page. Similarly, I wanted my date as per the preview option or the final result on the right hand side of the page. I'll select the text using mouse and I'll select right alignment. Note down the shortcut key Control plus R. I'll click on this and you can see my text is right aligned. As simple as that. Time for the last alignment on the list, that is justified alignment. For that, I'll select the text. Now what does justified alignment says? It must be, that means the text must be aligned from the left hand side as well as from the right hand side. You can clearly see it's a straight line on the left, but it's not a straight line on the right. So I'll select the text and go to this option, last option of alignment group in paragraph group and home tab. Justify, shortcut key is Control plus J. I'll click on it and you can see now straight line on the left, straight line on the right, and it becomes justified alignment. So this is it in session 10 and today's lecture. I hope you all understood all the concepts of text formatting, that was font face, font size and font color, and text alignment from this lecture. If you have any doubts, you can reach out to me, and until the next time, stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.